सर गुड मॉर्निंग। गुड आफ्टरनून सर। कैसे हैं पद्मा सर? सर कुछ ऑडियो इशू है प्रमोद सर।
हाँ जी, यस सर।
हाँ अब क्लियर हुआ ऑडियो सर।
Sir, it starts only at 3 p.m.
यस सर यस सर।
Okay, okay.
सर ये पटवारी साहब ने अगर ज्वाइन किया हो तो इनको होस्ट बना देना आप।
डॉक्टर संजय, आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
आ रही है सर आ रही है।
क्या हाल
कैसे हैं
है?
सर? गुड आफ्टरनून।
गुड आफ्टरनून डॉक्टर प्रमोद, गुड आफ्टरनून। प्रमोद बॉस, आपको भी गुड आफ्टरनून। उसको सुनाइए जरा। संजय बॉस, क्या हाल है आपके? बताओ क्या खबर।
प्रमोद प्रमोद बॉस कहीं और लग रहे हैं अभी। आज अभी ध्यान कहीं और है प्रमोद बॉस का।
क्या प्रोग्राम क्या है आज का?
प्रोग्राम बढ़िया है सर।
नहीं नहीं, आज का
इसके
प्रोग्राम क्या?
बाद सेशन के बाद बैठते हैं।
सेशन के बाद तो सेशन करना ही पड़ेगा, वो दूसरी बात है।
मैं सेशन हो जाने तो उसके बाद बैठेंगे आराम से।
अभी है क्या? आज क्या टॉपिक क्या है?
ये वर्चुअल ऑटोप्सी का है पटवारी साहब का।
अच्छा।
पटवारी साहब कर रहे हैं काफी सालों से वर्चुअल ऑटोप्सी, तो सर से एक बार उनका एक्सपीरियंस ले लेते हैं। क्या एंट्री केसेस हैं, क्या चैलेंजेस आ रहे हैं, कहाँ कर सकते हैं।
वर्चुअल हमेशा से अच्छा होता है।
हाँ सर का वैसे
मैं
सेशन
किसी करता है
प्रॉपर
वर्चुअल
होता
का
है।
मजा ही अलग है।
और दूसरा क्या है, वो प्रैक्टिकली जो काम कर रहे हैं ना वो थोड़ा उसके बारे में बेटर बता सकते हैं। जो सिर्फ काम नहीं कर रहे हैं पर हाइपोथेटिकली अगर उसमें प्रेजेंटेशन तैयार करके लाए ना, उसमें मजा नहीं आएगा उतना।
हाँ, नहीं, ठीक कह रहे हो
और
आप।
आप बताइए कैसा चल रहा है?
बड़े चल रहा है। मौज मस्ती हो रही है।
मौज मस्ती हो रही है। अभी इलेक्शन में आ रहा है आपका सेकेंड
इलेक्शन
टर्म में।
हमारा काम तो खत्म हो गया
सेकेंड
तो।
टर्म के हमारे सेक्रेटरी।
हमारा काम खत्म हुआ तो नए वालों का इलेक्शन है। एक दौर खत्म हुआ हमारा तो।
सही बात है बॉस, सही बात है।
नहीं, अब तो बागडोर कोई और संभालेगा जिसको संभालनी है। जो जो
नहीं
अपने
लेकिन
है।
काफी अच्छी चीजें की इस बार आप लोगों ने। जैसे फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन डे का बहुत अच्छा एक इवेंट थीम बेस्ड करवाया आप लोगों ने। बाकी की सारी चीजें भी
हाँ, वो
काफी।
हमने डे वन से सोचा था कि कुछ मतलब उस डे को अनाउंस करवा के और उसको एक्टिविटी, नेशनल एक्टिविटी बनानी है। वो
राइट
मैंने
सर।
जब टेक हो गया तभी मैं सोच लिया था कि उसको नेशनल एक्टिविटी में कन्वर्ट करना ही करना है।
नहीं इस बार आप लोग बहुत अच्छे से कर भी पाए, और ये मेरे हिसाब से एक पूरा एक हिस्टोरिक हो गया। अभी आने वाले समय में ये चीज तो चलती ही रहेगी। ये एक ऐसी चीज
एडवांटेज
शुरू।
हुई ना, एक बार उसका उसका बेस अच्छा बन गया तो इट विल कंटिन्यू फॉर
हाँ
एवर एज सच। हम कंटिन्यूसली उसको यूज कर सकते हैं हर साल। और
सही।
करना भी चाहिए। मैं तो देखो, इंडिया में मैक्सिमम फॉरेंसिक एक्सपर्ट है पूरे वर्ल्ड के हिसाब से देखा जाए तो।
डेफिनेटली।
और अगर हम इसको नेशनल बनाएंगे तो इंटरनेशनल डे भी यही कहलाएगा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
भाई अभी हमने नेशनल डे इसको अनाउंस किया है, वो अल्टीमेटली इंटरनेशनल फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन डे भी यही डे बनना
जैसे जैसे जो भी
बनना
हमारे
चाहिए।
बाहर जो फैकल्टी हैं वो कम से कम वहां भी अपने जगह पे इसको अगर सेलिब्रेट करेंगे तो वो नेशनल से अपने आप इंटरनेशनल हो गया।
कन्वर्ट कर देंगे उसको हम, और तो क्या।
हाँ और क्या है।
ठीक है ना? और आप बताओ बाकी
बाकी सर अच्छा चल रहा है।
क्या खबर है।
सब नॉर्मल चल रहा है यही।
आपके ऑटोप्सी कितनी होती है?
क्या सर?
ऑटोप्सी कितनी होती है आपके यहाँ पे?
सर ऑटोप्सी अभी हमने इसी महीने से शुरू की है ना, हमारी परमिशन इसी महीने आई है।
अच्छा, तो कितनी?
ऑथराइजेशन हमारा आ गया, हमें अभी जो परमिशन दी है उसमें ऑल हॉस्पिटल डेथ इन एमएलसी केसेस, प्लस हमें दो बड़े पुलिस स्टेशन रहा, राजकोट सिटी के जो सबसे बड़े पुलिस स्टेशन है दो
हम्म।
मेजर,
हम्म।
वो हमें अलॉट कर दिए हैं।
वाह, बढ़िया,
आप
परफेक्ट है।
हाँ मान के चलो कि काम अच्छा रहेगा अभी। मतलब रिसेंटली हमने 10-12 दिन से चालू किया है, इसमें हम 2 ऑटोप्सी कर चुके हैं और अभी मतलब ऑन गोइंग है चीजें।
तो
तो एक शुरुआत हो गई है अच्छे से।
मिठाई खिलाओगे आप? क्या मिलोगे तो इसका मतलब?
तो बस वही तो कह रहा हूँ यार, मिलने का कुछ मौका मिले।
मिलने वाला मिल जाएगा, चिंता क्यों करते हो?
हम्म।
समय समय हमारे
मिठाई
साथ है।
मिठाई भी पक्की और भी कुछ पक्का, शाम को बैठेंगे।
डन डन डन। प्रोग्राम बना लो
यस बॉस।
तुरंत प्रभाव से। बाकी बताओ क्या तैयारियां हैं?
बाकी ऑल गुड।
हाँ,
देखो सब बढ़िया चल रहा है बाकी तो।
ठीक
कहाँ
है।
गए बॉस, कहाँ गए अपने प्रमोद बॉस?
प्रमोद बाबू जी होंगे, हो रहे यही
नहीं सर,
होंगे।
मैं यहाँ पे ही हूँ सर। आई एम हेयर ओनली।
व्यस्त है वो। अदृश्य हो आप।
अदृश्य
मेरा
हो।
पे अभी
प्रकट
वीडियो ऑन।
प्रकट हो,
यस।
थोड़ा प्रकट हो। हम तीनों एक जैसे हैं ना एक्चुअल में?
मैंने कही
अगर
प्रभु
ध्यान से
प्रकट हो जाओ।
कहोगे तो हम तीनों एक जैसे हैं ना। प्रकट हो। हाँ, हम तीनों को
ये
एक्स्ट्रा वरदान मिला हुआ है ऊपर से।
सर को फोन कर लूं क्या एक बार?
किसको? करो करो।
पटवारी साहब को फोन कर लेते हैं, कहाँ रह गए?
हाँ, चलो करो, आप ऑर्गेनाइज करो, जब तक मैं बैठा हूँ।
सर कोई वेटिंग में तो नहीं है पटवारी सर?
बताओ, वेटिंग में किसी कोई भी नहीं है।
Yeah, can you hear me?
यस
Oh,
यस। सर गुड आफ्टरनून।
good afternoon. Okay.
ग्रेट
Yeah.
सर।
The voice is okay?
यस सर, वेरी क्लियर। और
Okay, I'm just trying to share my.
पीछे का
डॉक्टर
बैकग्राउंड
पटवारी,
भी
गुड
बहुत अच्छा
आफ्टरनून।
लग रहा
डॉक्टर
है।
Thank you.
पटवारी।
I'm just checking the this setting. Okay.
सर पहले एक बार पीपीटी चेक कर लीजिए, आप शेयर कर पा रहे हैं?
PPT is okay. You have to make me host. Then only I can share.
यस सर यस सर।
The sharing right is till now it is not there.
प्रमोद सर।
सर को
पटवारी
अभी
साहब।
मैं को होस्ट बना देता हूँ।
हाँ को होस्ट बना दीजिए।
पटवारी साहब व्यस्त है।
यस
डॉक्टर
सर, इज द
पटवारी,
को
गुड
होस्ट नाउ।
आफ्टरनून। बिजी है।
Okay, let me try sharing.
अभी
Okay.
अभी मनीष सर आपकी बात सुन नहीं रहे, वो सर अभी बिजी है।
कोई बात नहीं, वो हाँ
Can you
उनको।
see my Can you see my screen?
यस सर।
Okay, is it in the this
यस सर यस सर, स्लाइड चेंज
presentation mode?
करके सर एक बार देख लीजिए, स्लाइड चेंज करके देख लीजिए।
Changing?
यस सर क्लियर।
Fine. Okay then. ठीक है, thank you then. Let's see. Let's hope. I'm just meeting myself.
सर म्यूट हो गए हैं आप, अनम्यूट करने वाला है।
I have muted it. Some files are there. Let me finish these things. Then I'll come again. Okay.
ओके।
Okay. Thank you so much.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर, गुड आफ्टरनून सर, नमस्ते सर।
हाँ जी मिश्रा जी, गुड आफ्टरनून, नमस्कार।
नमस्कार सर, प्रमोद सर नमस्कार।
नमस्ते डॉक्टर आशीष, नमस्कार।
सर, हाय सर, नमस्ते सर। ठीक है सर, मैं वीडियो मोड।
जी जी जी।
क्लैरिटी नहीं है आवाज दी। जाओ ले आओ, ਕੱਢਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਇਧਰੋਂ ਕੱਢਦਾ ਇਹ ਵਾਲੀ, ਕੱਢਦਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ। ਅੱਜ ਕੱਢ ਦੋ।
मैकबुक है ना सर,
क्वेश्चन क्वेश्चन लिखते जाना है।
मैकबुक है,
वो बहुत शानदार, क्या है ये?
इसमें आप ऐसे करके देखो।
कितने 20 तो हुए पार्टिसिपेंट्स?
So some files were there.
देखो
मत
सर
कर।
सर
नहीं, ये तो देखो सर, क्लैरिटी देखो, पीछे का ब्लर हो जाएगा।
अपने आप ही हो जाता है ये।
எல்லாருமே இது ஆடியோ வச்சு
So good afternoon. Shall we start, Patwari sir?
Yeah, I am ready.
Okay, sir. So good afternoon, everyone. This is our fourth online meeting since the constitution of this National Forensic Medicine and Toxicology Group. And today we have with us one of the eminent speaker and very experienced faculty among us, Dr. Amar Jyoti Patwari sir. Sir is professor and head Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, NIGRIMS, Shillong, and sir is working in this area of virtual autopsy for more than some couple of years and having substantial practical experience in this area. Sir is aware of that what are the intricacies, what are the challenges, and how this method, virtual autopsy, can be utilized in over and above our traditional method of autopsy or conducting post-mortem examination. So we are fortunate enough because now there are many centers who are thinking genuinely in this context that they can develop some virtual setup in addition to their traditional autopsy center, so that it can be this will help in adding some recognition to the specialties, attract the new talent, and also useful across the discipline, serving the humanities and community at large. So with this context, I request all the participants to please mute yourself. You can raise your questions in the chat box. We'll address those questions at the end of the session. At the end of the session, there will be opportunity for asking the question from the faculty, resource faculty, Dr. A J Patowary sir, and requesting everyone to please having the patience listening and mute yourself. So with these words, I will hand over this session to Patwari sir. Sir, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So very good afternoon to all the participants from NAGRIMS Shillong. This is the bird's eye view of NAGRIMS, and you can see when the other part of India is under the AC and all these things. I'm wearing one blazer here. So this is the climate here. So this is the bird's eye view of NAGRIMS. And this is the virtual autopsy cum mortuary complex of NAGRIMS. And I'm proud to say that this is the second such center in India after AIIMS Delhi. Then this is our autopsy hall fitted with the ceiling mounted OT light, having the recording facility, X-ray machine, and all other necessary tools here. And this is the CT scan machine, and which is the backbone of this virtual autopsy center. And this is
ചെയ്യാൻ തോന്നുന്നു അല്ലേ 5-6 പേരേ ഉള്ളൂ.
I think better to mute others.
May I request all the participants to please mute yourself. Pramod sir, please mute everyone except Patwari sir.
Okay, thank you. So this is the console panel for the this CT scan. And
Sir, please unmute yourself. I have once muted all the persons.
Okay. Am I audible now? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the virtual dissection table, and I'm proud to say another thing, that this virtual dissection table in the forensic medicine, we are the first to utilize it in India. And this is our small lab where we can do all the histopathological examination and some of the screening tests for the toxicological purpose, particularly the drugs and all. And the GCMS, we are dealing with the poisons here. So this is me. So you can notice the intricacies. It is in a small one because most of the thing I'll be talking about the virtual autopsy, and intricacies actually we faced a very minimum. Whatever intricacies are there, it is we are responsible for, we the forensic medicine persons are responsible for that. So that is why I made it a bit smaller. So first, the definition of the autopsies. It is the scientific or systemic examination of the body after death, and the main objective, please remember this slide, I'll come back to this slide at the last part of my presentation. For ML autopsies, to find out the cause of death, mode of death, manner of death, identification if unidentified, time since death, and so on. And for that, we used to go for the external examination, we used to go for the internal examination, exploration of all the body cavities, then the examination of all the organs, and collection of samples, and so on. So just remember this slide. I'll come back to this slide at the end of my presentation again. So virtual autopsy, it is also known as the digital autopsy, image-guided autopsy. So here examination of the body is done using some CT scan machine or the MRI without opening the body or the body cavity or any part of the body. So there is no incision, nothing. So we can examine the body from outside without any disfiguration or so-called disfiguration or incisions. So tools used, usually the CT scan machine can be there, MRI can be there, and using these two, we can have one imaging of the internal organs as well as the body. So all the DICOM images of the CT scan is used for imaging purpose to make one image, virtual image of the body. And when we use the surface scanner, there with these three tools, we can have one whole 3D image of the body along with the external surface of the body. That can be done. So a virtual 3D model is made with these all tools. Then MR spectroscope can be used, which will help in the estimation of the time since date. Then the PM angiography can be used, and for examination of the vessels, and the 3D reconstruction software, which is the basic thing, or the, you can say, the backbone by which you can do all the necessary slicing, examination, everything can be done. Now, the Negrim setup, we are not access to the few of the things. So we have the CT scan machine. We are using a 32 slice CT scan machine and a 3D reconstruction software and virtual dissection table. So these things are there. So here we can have one 3D model, because all the images from the CT scan, the DICOM images from the CT scan machine, it is passed to the one workstation, from the console to the workstation, and from then to the virtual dissection table where we can process the images. Now let us come to the background. How we manage the virtual dissection, this thing, the project. So we did one study, the autopsy cases getting exemption, because here around 49.16% of the cases are being exempted by the district magistrate. Okay, so these family members, they used to apply to the district magistrate. District magistrate gets the police, all the inquest and all these things, and if he thinks that it is proper, then he used to give the exemption. And in this case, during our study, we found that the cases where the relatives are not willing for the autopsy, 63.1% of the cases, though the exemption rate is only 49.16% in comparison to the other thing, definitely it is a huge number. But here, those cases where the autopsy is being done, there are also many relative, they were not willing. And fear for the disfigurement was the main cause for this. 92.4%, 0.4% cases, they were fearing the disfigurement and concerned about the removal of the organ or the body parts were there in some cases. So we approached the institute with this data, which was a IC approved project from for the Department of Forensic Medicine, NAGRIMS. And after we submitted our proposal along with this data, then the institute have taken cognizance of it, and we were going ahead with the virtual autopsy. We got the go ahead from the institute, and then we submitted the project and it was approved. So this is the basic structure of the rooms or the space we are having. We are having a 5.3 meter by 4.8 meter room for the CT console, CT scan machine, gantry and all. Then one room, it is 5.1 meter by 3.8 meter for the console panel. But just a room of just a 2 meters. This instead of this 5.1 meters, just one room of 2 meters will be enough for the console, because here we are putting all the printer and all these things, this CT printer or this plate printer, everything we are having. So that is why it is a bit bigger one, including the X-ray machine and all. So this is the schematic diagram of the room we are having. So here we are placing, this is the CT scan machine, the couch and the gantry is here. So you can see here, and here is the console panel with the person sitting here, and we have one entry and exit. So if you see, can you see my cursor, anyone? I think it is not showing. No? Okay, so
yes sir, yes, cursor is visible, sir.
Okay,
Cursor
fine.
is visible.
Yeah, fine. So this is the entry for the cadavers. Here, the body enters first to the CT. We do the CT, then it goes out through this to the conventional autopsy hall. So it is something like a one-way traffic, and from there the body goes out from the main autopsy hall. And here is the console and all these things. So the basic specifications are it is as per the AIRB these guidelines, Indian this atomic research regulatory board. So there we have to as per this we have to go ahead with these things. The wall thickness will be around 10 inches will be required, because to minimize to cut the radiation hazards. Then doors all have to be lead lining, have to be there. All the glass panels with lead sealed. AC will be required because we have to keep the gantry cool, because in other cities we are doing only a part of the body. It takes a very small exposure, or the work done by the gantry is very less. But here we are going for the whole body CT scan, so the gantry becomes hot. So that is why AC is a must. In others also AC is a must, definitely. And AIRB certificate is necessary, is a must. Without that, we cannot go ahead. Then the space, one room for the CT scan machine and with the UPS. Then the adequate light have to be there. Then air conditioner, as mentioned, and this radiation safety measures have to be taken, and one room for the workstation. Apart from that, we are having another room for the virtual dissection software and the virtual autopsy table. So these 3 rooms are necessary. Apart from that, you have to have some UPS backup and all these things. The batteries will be there. So the adequate space will be required for those things. Now, what are the advantages? It gives the observer independent or the objective data archiving, because I may be missing few things, but when the data will be there, these data can be shared with anyone, and they can go through it, and they can get the opine on this. Then it is non-destructive. There is no incision, nothing. So if as many of autopsies are required, say we are not satisfied with the conventional this virtual autopsy, then we can go for the conventional. The body will be remaining, the structure will be remaining, the architecture will be remaining as such as it was. So there is no destruction of the thing. Then not necessary to touch the forensic evidence. Then provide a 3D geometry that is correct to in the X, Y, Z axis and space documented. Everything is documented. Then real database sound scientific reconstruction can be done. Even we can many times we can just go for the this comparison with the some other objects. Say provides alternative or additional examination tool for the difficult body area autopsy. Say for example face, neck, pelvis, etc. Particularly for the face, we are getting a very good, very good result. Then could be used for in the cultures or situations where the autopsy is not tolerated. Say here it was one of the space, one of the area. Then provides ability to examine the body is contaminated with, say, during the COVID or something like that, bioterrorism or some radiation hazards and all these things. So in this type of cases, without any harm to the examining pathologist, it can be done. Then an easy method for identification in cases of mass disaster will be just getting the 3D image of the body. So it will help in the identification later on. Then provides 2D and 3D post-processing for visualizing and findings by the people not present during the examination. Suppose the PGs, they are doing the case and some faculty, they want to see the things afterward. Why the faculty only? That it can be shared with anywhere in the world. So we can get the second opinion, third opinion, whatever number of opinion and numbers of opinion from anywhere in the world. Then gives greater understandability in the code. So when I show you the images, then it will be more clear. I think with this report, the court will be more convinced than this conventional autopsy report, where we don't provide the most of the photograph or findings there. Only it is handwritten or the computer type report only. Then the supports the process of quality improvement by the digital archiving database, and all these things can be done, learning, education. So all these things can be done. Then radiopathy, as I mentioned earlier, we can share disadvantages. First is the cost. Most of the time we are concerned about the cost because in India, we are living in India and the right of the dates comes at the last. Then limited tissue resolution of the radiology scanner. Many times soft tissue resolution may not be there. Then visualization of the organ color, it is not there. So the inflammation process, if it is there from the color changes and all, we cannot get it. Then cannot provide information about the status of the infection, texture of the tissue, or the color changes, etc. cannot be achieved. Then there can be some image artifacts. Say, for example, many times we are having the person may be having some artificial denture or even some hard bones and all these things. The images are distorted, but there is provision for the in our setup and many of the now new machines, it is there, the CMOR facility is there, so we can get rid of those artifacts most of the time. No multicolor image processing is there. Then what I feel most is this point, absent of the touch, feel, and smell sensation of the forensic personnel. So this is what we are missing. We cannot achieve this in the virtual autopsy. And limited feasibility and the judiciary acceptance. This is what amongst the professional, this is what is the most hurdle for the implementation of this virtual autopsy, because before we submit the cases to the court, we presume that it won't be accepted by the judiciary. But I can tell you the aims, they are doing few of the cases only on the basis of this virtual autopsy. We are also starting that so very soon. So all these things are there. So there is no question that judiciary won't be accepting. I'll give you the legal this thing. So what we are doing, first, the body is going to the CT scan room. From there, it is going to the autopsy hall for the conventional autopsy. Then DICOM images and the CT from the CT console it is going to the CT console, then image viewer, then the 3D reconstruction. It can be done. Then from there, it is going to the virtual autopsy table for image analysis. This is how we started, and now we are planning for this one. So from the CT scan, CT is done. The body will be entering to the CT scan. Then DICOM images will be going to the CT console. We'll view the images. After viewing the images, then we'll decide. And this part will take hardly 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, we can release the body. So it will be very effective in the centers, particularly where the caseload is very high. So after that, external examination on the collection of the specimen, blood from the femoral vein can be collected. The tissue for the histopathology by punch biopsy can be done. After doing this, so if required, still if you think that conventional autopsy is required, then it can go to the conventional autopsy hall and reporting can be done as usual, or we can, the DICOM images can be visualized in the virtual autopsy table, then image analysis, 3D reconstruction, reporting, and all these things are done, and the body is released within this 15 minutes. So that can be done. And that decision had to be taken by the forensic medicine person, not by any judiciary or the police authority or anyone. So already the SOP is made under the leadership of this AIMS Delhi. And fortunately, I was also a member of that team for making the SOP, and already it is made. So we will decide who will, which case will be subjected only to the virtually, not by the conventional. Now, this NHRC have given some directive during this COVID era. So prepare a SOP for consultation with consultation of stakeholders to the dignified body, this maintenance. Dignity of the body have to be maintained. Then if you go by the Indian Evidence Act, I'm just sorting these things. These things are known to you, most of you. So electronic recorder or the electronic signatures can be used by the government or each agency. So hence admissible by the law. So all these things are there. Then here also it says that the documents and shall be admissible by any proceeding. So whatever is there, the magnetic media or the copied or optical, all this digital record can be accepted by the court. So with this Indian Evidence Act also says that examination of the electronic evidence must be only thing is that it have to be certified by one expert, and anyone having a training procedure training in any autopsy, this virtual autopsy center can do can read these things and can be certifying these things. We started with the one radiologist from the borrowed one radiologist from the radiology department, but there were many problems with there because the clinical radiology and forensic radiology, there is much difference is there. Then if we go by this Kehar Singh and others versus State of Delhi administration, that famous Madam Indira Gandhi murder case. So there the court has opined that a limited postmortem examination would not affect the merit of the case. It is not always necessary to have a complete postmortem in every case. So it is the discretion of the autopsy surgeon to see whether we need the complete autopsy or this partial one. Now let us come to some images. Say this is one conventional autopsy finding. You can see the pontile hemorrhages and all these things. The hemorrhages were there in the medulla also. And this is one CT image, and this is one 3D reconstructed image. Here it is clearly visible. For this, opening this, I don't think any radiologist is required. We are self-sufficient for that. And another thing I can just tell you, very soon, within a short period, we will be starting the training program, a 1-month training program on virtual autopsy at AIMS, at NEGRIMS Shillong. It is this ICMR funded project. So we'll be starting this training program. We are just waiting for some equipment for that, the injector system and all these things. once we get it, and very soon it will be done here. So it can also come here and get the this training and certificates accordingly. So next, this is a virtually 3D reconstructed image of a bullet injury. Here you can see there is one entry here in this area, and these pieces of the bone and some of the this remnants of the guns, these bullets. So here is the entry and exit. This is the entry wound with the pieces of the bone in the scalp region, and here you can see the entry and exit. Now, if we give this image to the court, now which will be more acceptable to the court? When the court will be, the judge will be seeing all these things, and it can be showed in a video, like the video. So all these things can be recorded in the video and showed to the court. The next, this was a case property found in a bag somewhere in a some drain or somewhere. So it was a fetus. You can see this is how we got the case, and the city was done as it is. Now here you can see we have done the 3D reconstruction with using some air filter. So you can see the air trapped by the side of this bag. It was in a polythene bag, as I remember, polythene bag or jute bag somewhere, with a polythene bag, I think, yes. So you can see the air trapped in the all around, but there is no air here. So if we see the CT image, this was the CT of the lung. So here you can see this CT factor. It is the 55.63. This is 61.49. So it is there. And if we see the liver, so if you can see there here. So the liver and the lung, it is almost of the same this value. Here you can see another case with here you can see this fluid level and all these things. Here you can see the consolidation fluid level and all these things, the images. And here there is this is the 3D reconstructed image. Here you can see the collapse of the lung and all these things. All these things are there. So again, the same case, you can see this lung is aerated, but this side there is no image. You can see even the paranasal sinuses filled with this air, and also the trapped air in the between the body and the garments. Everything is there. So because when we do the CT, we just put the body as it is in a transparent polythene bag and do the CT. So all the garments and everything is there, whatever is there. Then this is one case of the intracerebral bleed. Here you can see, and I don't think for commenting on this, any radiologist is required. The 3D reconstructed image, again, you can see the hematoma. Here it is the same case. Here we have removed all the bones. There is one provision for that. We can remove all the body tissues, soft tissue. We can remove all the bones, whatever we want. So we can process the image like that, and you can see the hematoma here. This is another case, conventional autopsy with the fractures and all. You can see here. Then this is the conventional autopsy of the brain. The scalp hematoma, everything is here. Now you can see the extradural hemorrhage and all. The extradural hemorrhage and the soft tissue swelling. So this is 3D reconstructed again. The image is 3D reconstructed image. Here you can see all these hematoma and all these things. So the brain itself is compressed. You can see here the lateral these ventricles, and here you can see it is totally compressed. Another case with the intracerebral bleed. Here you can see in the cerebral sections, including these pons and the cerebellum. Here you can see the hematoma in the cross section in the 3D reconstructed image. In the sagittal plane, the same case in the sagittal plane. And this is one case you can see something here. It is a 3D reconstructed image. You can see it is a case of hanging. So the ligature mark is clearly visible here. And this is a case where the ligature material was in situ. Both sides. Here, there is one finding, but it is yet to be validated. So here you can see we are using one filter that is known as the air organ filter. Here, wherever there is air in this filter, it is showing as this light brownish type. So here you can see the nasal and the oropharynx, this thing, it is filled with the air. Here it is the trachea, but there is a gap, distinct gap in this area. Okay, so we used to teach the students that the posterior, this part of the root of the tongue, it goes up and presses against the posterior pharyngeal wall. That is what we are assuming, but it have to be validated. We are doing that study. Actually, our associate professor, he is into it. Here is another case. Again, there is a gap between these two. Okay, so this is the air. Here it is the air, but there is missing. There is a gap here. Now, let us come to the hyoid bone. Here you can see the hyoid bone here with a distinct fracture here. You can see here. So this is the hyoid bone with the fracture line here. Now, this is one fracture of the skull. So here you can see the sagittal, the coronal fissures are there. So it is separated. This is another case of fracture. So it is a 3D reconstructed image of the case with fracture. Here you can see even the vertebra, there was fractures here. So here you can see the fracture lines and all these things. It is a 3D reconstructed image. The front view of the same case, it was a vehicular incident with cross injury to the head and face area. So these fractures of particularly as I told earlier, the facial bone fractures. Many times we do not examine the face because of the disfiguration, though it can be done without any incision mark on the face. Those who are accustomed with my incision technique, they will know it. So we can go for the extend the incision from the neck to up to the even eyes without any incision mark on the face can be done. But most of the time we don't go for those things. So all these findings can be achieved by the 3D reconstructed image of in the virtual field. So here you can see how much damage is there. And there is another tool. So we don't have the license till now for that. In our virtual autopsy table, there we can match that is known as the 3D trauma, where all the pieces of the bones it can be rearranged like it is something like the jigsaw puzzles we used to match the things. So it is something like that. So if we arrange all the pieces properly in the proper format, so then we'll be getting a 3D view of the skull. And from this 3D view of the skull, we can have the 3D reconstructed proper image of this person can be achieved. It can be done. So this is the case again, having all the fractures. You can see all there, even some these balls and all these things are there. Another case, so having all the fractures. So these are now let us come to the findings in the lungs. Here you can see there is the consolidation and these opacities in the lungs. Then here you can see, just a minute. So, sorry. Okay, so here you can see the heart is here. All these consolidated things are there here in this area, and this part is comparatively okay. So here you can see the fluid level here and the consolidation and some most probably it was, I forgot it. It is, I think it is blood was there collected here. Because why I said probably because I have not checked the CT values here, the HU factors here. So all these things can be done. And here you can see again the different section of that same case with the this blood and the this thing. So here you can see a 3D reconstructed image in the with a coronal section here. Here you can see the all the this bronchi and all the whole bronchial tree. You can enlarge it to any extent. Okay, so here we have in the sectioning, the heart part of the heart is also sectioned, but you can see this lung was intact. Okay, left lung was intact. Why it was that, like that? You can see here, the right lung, it was inflated. The air was there in the right lung, but in the left side, there was no air was going. You can see I'm using the this air filter here. So here you can see again the trapped air here and the inflated lung, this paranasal sinuses air is there, but in this lung, it was totally consolidated, collapsed. So here I would like to tell you another thing. Say for example, when we are dealing with a case of pneumothorax. Okay, so if it is a hemothorax or the pleural effusion, then we can demonstrate it very well. But when it is a case of pneumothorax, we are presuming that by seeing the empty space after dissection, because once we go for the thoracic dissection, yes, we can collect this air from this thoracic cavity. That can be done, but we cannot visualize the pneumothorax because you cannot visualize the air. But here you can see here it is very well demonstrated. You can sorry. Here it can be very well documented that there was collapse of the lung. Here the collapse of the lung was there, and this collapse of the lung here. And if you go for this here, as I remember, it was some pleural effusion or something was there. But in cases of the pneumothorax also, it can be very well demonstrated. Now, there is another advantage of that. If you remember, I showed one intracerebral bleed. The hematoma was there, where we have removed the bones. So there is a provision for in our software, in the this machine, the virtual autopsy table, the bone segmentation. This is the bone segmentation thing. Now let us come to this one. Say this is one 3D reconstructed image of these lungs and the heart. Here you can see in the heart there is some. These are all the ribs are there. The part of the sternum is there. So we have taken one coronal section here. We can do it at any plan, as your wish. You can do the things. So all the ribs are here, and there is something here which is the view is obstructed by the sternum and these ribs. Now what is it? So to get it, we can do the 3D reconstruction again by removing the bone segmentation tool. Okay, so this is the image of the removal of all these bones. So here it was there actually it was a stent here, and there is opacity. This calcified. The right coronary artery was there, and this is the left coronary artery with the LED, part of the LED. So now it is clearly visible. After removal of the sternum and all the bones, it is clearly visible now. Here the same case with this one, you can see the calcified vessel. So here also the thorax, you can see the inflated lung and the collapsed lung. Here you can see another thing, air in the pulmonary trunk. If you see, this is the pulmonary trunk, and there is air is here. You can see this area. Okay, so it is something like the lungs and the surrounding and all these things are there. So it can happen. It may be because of sometimes it may be putrefaction, and sometimes it may be because of the air embolism can be there. So here this another thing, it is actually not pulmonary. So the same case. not same case, they are different case, sorry. So here you can see this is the one cross section of the thigh. In this one, in the right side, there is only one femur, but here there are, as if there are two femurs are there, and causes this. We are taking the section here in this area, so you can visualize these two fragments of the bones here in the CT, in the cross section, and in the 3D reconstructed image, you can see not only the fracture dislocation of the femur, there is fracture dislocation in the hip bone and this fracture of this sternum also. Along with that, there is fracture of this. Here you can see the 3D reconstructed image of this sorry, this leg bones. All these things can be visualized very nicely. Now, pulmonary, the same case. Now here you can see the pulmonary embolism. I don't know how many of you have seen the pulmonary embolism, but it takes a lot of trouble to visualize the pulmonary embolism during the routine autopsies. Many times we used to miss it because we are not that meticulous in many times. Okay, those who are very meticulous do the dissection properly, then definitely you'll be getting it. So this is one pulmonary embolism is here. Now, this one again, the heart and the coronaries, you can see I think I showed this image, this case before. This is the calcified right coronary artery and the stent in the LAD. This case I showed along with the bone segmentation. It is using another filter in the 3D reconstruction. We can visualize these things. The whole heart, the liver is there, so we can visualize these things. Again, the coronary artery, you can see the left coronary artery and the LAD here. Here again, you can see here in the 3D reconstructed image in the magnified view. The run-over incident, here you can see the condition of the brain with all the fracture dislocations here in the face and this cranium with the pneumocranium here. You can see the air in the cranial cavity. And this is the 3D reconstructed image. And now let us come to the abdomen. Here you can see the liver, which definitely anyone can tell that there is at least some problem is there in this liver. It is not a normal liver. So if you see, there are some lacerated injuries are there with this collection of and it is totally adjacent. It is merging with the surrounding these walls. This is the case in conventional. You can see this liver laceration, and here it is the 3D reconstructed image with all the blood collection and all. So here is the liver. Now this is another case. Here you can see it is a cross section. You can see visualize the left kidney along with the liver and all, and there is something here, some opaque area here, opacity is here. So here you can see both the kidneys are visualized. We are going by the serial sections, and the opacity is more prominent now. Here you can see it is from the shape you can see it is the pancreas. Okay, so here you can see it is a calcified something is there. In the 3D reconstruction, it can be confirmed, yes, it is a pancreas. And after removal of the soft tissue, these are the pancreatic calculus. I don't know how many of you have seen, but this was the first case of calcified pancreas I have seen. Here you can see the whole pancreas and the calculi. Now we have started the CT angiography also, but till now we are doing it very manually. We are yet to receive it is in the process to get the dual injector system. It is already in the procurement process. The tender is open. Now it will be delivered very soon. But as of now, we are doing just injecting the dye at the this root of the aorta to the common carotid arteries. So we are going there through just one Foley's catheter. We used to introduce the Foley's catheter here. So here is the catheter. So we used to introduce the Foley's catheter to the aorta, to this annulus part. Then once we get the resistance, that means we have reached the aortic valve. So we used to just take it out little bit. Then we inflate the balloon so that there cannot be any backflow from the of the dye. Then we inject the dye, and these are the vessels we are getting. So here you can see the 3D reconstructed image of these coronary vessels. But there is one issue we are facing. Sometimes there are gaps these gaps, whether it is because of the antemortem clot or the postmortem clot or some obstructions, those things we need to just confirm. It is in the process. One of the PGC is doing in this coronary angiography. Her thesis subject is just the coronary angiography. We are dealing with it. This is another case. All these cases are from her thesis subjects. Another case, we can just see the heart from all sides. We can just rotate the images and go for it. Another view, this is the root of the aorta. It is filled with the dye. So here is another case with this angiography. But after getting the dual injector system, which can be synchronized with the this couch movement in the gantry, so we'll be getting a better result. We are expecting some better result than this one. Now we are doing with a Foley's catheter only. This is another one. So sorry, the heading is wrong. It is not a disadvantage. So we are having a virtual endoscopy. So for that, we don't have to put anything inside, just in any field, air-filled organs, or these tubes or anything. Say, for example, here we are examining this trachea and the bronchi. So here we have to just put the virtual camera by looking at the images in that place, and the rest of the things will be done by this thing. Here you can see the movement of this camera is going out. So here you can see it is just the uvula and all, and now it is you'll be seeing it is coming out through through the right nasal aperture. So it is coming like this. So ultimately it is going out of the body. So this is one advantage. And how we utilize it? Okay, I'll just come to this case. This is one case where the person fell down from height. He was working in a area with a crusher machine where the stones are being crushed. So he fell down and his face was almost embedded in this stone chips. So this is the image. Here you can see some radiopaque substances here in this area. Now, if we see the 3D reconstructed image with the bone wear, so here you can see these are some radiopaque substances. Here again in the 3D reconstructed image, you can see these radiopaque substances in the respiratory tract. Here you can see the larynx and all these things, and it is going beyond the larynx. You can see these things. Now let us go for this thing. Here you can see there's some obstructions here. Some particles are here in this area. I'm stopping it and just going for it. Just let us go further. Again, these are some chips again. Here you can visualize all these stone pieces here again. So these are the areas. Again, here you can see these areas. You'll be seeing. I'm manually just moving the images, video. So again, these areas. So here you can see many are here. So this way you can visualize the whole thing. So if we can give these images to the court, I don't think the court won't be accepting it. There is no question of non-acceptance by the judiciary. It is our presumption that court will not accept our report. It is being accepted. Now, we did one study, actually conventional in the virtual autopsy. Just I'm giving the data of the first 25 cases. Here, fracture and calcification, 25 in the conventional, but in the virtual, we got 46. So soft tissue injuries, here it is better in the conventional. Soft tissue injuries, particularly sometimes we used to miss in the some of the soft tissue injuries in the conventional virtual autopsy. Then congestion, again, it is better observed in the congestion of the particularly lungs and some organs. It is better in the conventional. Then the edema, it is better to some extent, almost similar, but anyway, it is, we can say it is a bit better. Then hemorrhages, some of the hemorrhages, because on the surface of the body, many of the hemorrhages are not picked up by the virtual autopsy, but that can be because we are doing the examining the body, we don't have the surface scanner, so we are doing it manually. On the all the injuries on the body surface can be documented by the manual examination. We are doing it. Then only the after the virtual autopsy we used to do it. Then the effusion, it is more pronounced in the virtual autopsies. Then the consolidation, it is better detected in the virtual autopsy. Then the organomegaly, it is better detected in the virtual because we can measure all the organs and all these things. We can measure this HU factor, their density, and all these things. We can measure it. We can measure the three-dimensionally X, Y, Z axis in all the organs. And the emboli, as I said, that was in the pulmonary trunk. It was detected in the virtual. So, as I said earlier, let us come back to that slide, earlier slide. So, these are the conventional the autopsy, this to find out what are the things we used to find out, and these are the steps we used to do external examination. Now, we are doing it manually by the autopsy surgeon because we don't have the virtual, that surface scanner is not there. And even if it is surface scanner is there,
Sir, voice is not coming, sir. पटवारी सर, योर वॉइस इज नॉट कमिंग सर. कुछ इंटरनेट इशू लग रहा है.
कनेक्शन उनका टूट गया.
So there is some technical glitch and sir is trying to share his slide very soon. So we'll restore the presentation in few seconds. Please bear with us. Yes, sir.
మనం ఏం చెప్తారా తెలీదా తెలీదా కుమార్
Dr. Parmod, probably Dr. Patowary sir has left the meeting accidentally.
ओके
He is trying to join.
बस सर जैसे ही ज्वाइन करेंगे मैं तो उनको दोबारा को होस्ट बना दूंगा उनको
So one more thing that today is birthday of Patwari Sahab.
अरे वाह क्या बात है
He has chosen this great occasions to share his wisdom and knowledge with us. So we would like to have him at least to extend our birthday wishes to him.
सर हैज ज्वाइन बैक
He's back, don't worry. I have gone back. Yeah, thank you so much.
So sir, today is your birthday. So we extend our warm greetings and birthday wishes on this special occasion. And sir, please continue with your presentation, and later on we'll have some celebration.
Okay, let's see. Okay, am I visible? My
Yes, sir.
screen is-
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the inconvenience. So there are some issues. So examination of all the organs can be done sometimes with more accuracy. So it can be done. Then the collection of the samples, it have to be done manually only. It is done manually only here also. We used to do it manually only. Then this is something like the take home message or whatever you say. Virtual autopsy, this autopsy can be used as a supplement to the conventional autopsy. Many times we are first, all the cases we are exposing them to for the virtual autopsy first, then we are going for the conventional. Now, in some of the cases, without going for the conventional autopsy, we can go for in selected cases, we can go only for the virtual. And in Delhi, they are also doing the same thing. So thank you for your patient hearing, and sorry for this technical disconnect. I am concluding here. Thank you.
So thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful, informative, and lucid presentation. I think many aspects related to virtual autopsies are now clear, and I'm sure that the audience who have attended this session, they must be appraised about the presentation and the content which you have delivered and shared with all of us. So thank you once again, sir. And before, I would like to request Dr. Parmod to just come out with some questions which is in the chat box.
okay sir we have questions
So chat box में कुछ क्वेश्चन है शायद.
I'm not able to see the chat box.
No, I'm also not seeing the chat box.
सर एक क्वेश्चन ये था कि व्हाट इज द approximate cost of having the virtual autopsy center? It may be definitely variable, but
Yeah, actually, when we establish this virtual autopsy center here, we are having a 32 slice CT scan machine, then the console panel, one workstation, and one virtual autopsy table. Okay, all these things, and it was a turnkey project. And when we did it in 2000, I think it was commissioned in March 2022. Yes.
Okay.
So so then it was below 5 lakh, 5 crores. Okay, because our it was along with the construction of these rooms, remodeling of the rooms and all these things, lead lining and all these things. So all was commissioned within 4.92 or 9 something, with just below the 5 crore.
Below 5.
I don't know what the actual price now at this moment, because whatever I have heard, many of the aims they are going for it, but the price is, I think it is a bit increased, enhanced.
Great, sir. Sir, next thing is that you mentioned about the artifacts, that there are possibilities of having artifacts during the CT scan. And so how to overcome these artifacts and get to know that this is the real picture?
Okay, so for that, actually, there is one provision in the this CT scan console itself. That is known as the CMR facility. Okay, so first when we do the scanning with CMR on, then those artifacts can be reduced. I won't say that it can be totally avoided, but it can be reduced a lot. And in some cases, even it will be clearly visible. All these artifacts can be avoided. The one that it is inbuilt in the software itself. All the cities now are coming with the SIMR facility.
Okay, sir. Sir, this AERB certificates. So
Yes.
the person who is having this Tunky project will take the permission and take the approval of
No,
AERB, or this is to be done from the institute level?
It is institute level, because in all the in all the institute, wherever there is radiology department, they are having one radiation safety officer is there. Okay, so it is, so he will take care of all these things. You have to just send it the details. He will do the inspection and all these things. He will arrange for the inspection, and he will issue the necessary certificates, and along with that, these badges and all these things for the radiation exposure and all these things. All of us, we have to wear those badges.
So this may maybe take some few months.
No. It maybe within 1 month, maximum maybe 2. It depends upon the that person how fast he can do.
Nice.
In our case, it was just within 1 month we got it.
So now we open this forum for the questions. Just Pramod sir, anyone who has questions can unmute yourself.
Yes, anyone can unmute.
Sir,
Anyone,
this
if any
is
queries.
Dr.
Yes.
Patowary. May I ask, sir, question?
Yeah, please.
Sir, greetings to the birthday personality today here, Dr. Patowary, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah, your question,
Sir,
please. Yes.
if any implant is there, whether any contraindication is there for such body?
Implant means what type of implant? No, there is for CT scan, there is no such contraindication is there. You can do it, and sometimes if it is a radiopaque substance, it may hamper this image. But as I said earlier, with the SIMR facility, it can be avoided to almost say maybe 70-80%.
Because one of the advantage also said that radio, any these kind of implants are there. Even these technologies can be used.
Yes, can be used.
Sir, secondly, the CT machine you are going to have, but how to read it? Any software will be provided by the company along with the CT machine, or we have to procure it separately, sir?
No. Whenever a CT machine is bought, along with the CT machine, the control panel will be coming with the CT. Without that, you cannot control the CT machine, because you have to put the patient's data, this thing, all these things. That is the job of the control panel.
Different companies are now in market.
Yes.
Sir, may I ask the question?
Yes.
Sir, is there
Which
any
different companies are available, sir, in the market?
Pardon, your voice is cracking. Actually, I'm not getting different companies.
Sir, he is asking, he is trying to ask about the companies which are available for this virtual autopsy.
There are many companies, but if you have seen,
Ah.
I have masked the name of our company also, the company who supplied it. So it will be unethical to name the companies.
Definitely.
Yes.
what is the difference if we use the 64 slice CT scan instead of 32 slice CT scan?
More the slice, the resolution will be better. That means you'll be getting a thinner slice, this sectioning. So as much as possible, you can go for it.
Okay, sir.
So any other question from the audience?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, myself, Dr. Haricharan, a senior resident from Jipmar, Karaikal.
Yeah.
So I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, who is competent to give expert witness using this virtual autopsy? Just MD forensic medicine, or we need a DM forensic radiologist in future, whether it is accepted or not in court?
See, as I said earlier, so anyone having the first thing, it is a forensic radiology. So whenever we are doing the PT, so forensic radiology, it is part of the curriculum. That is number one. Number
Yes.
two, the forensic radiology, the DM in forensic radiology is just in only one center has this opened it, the AIMS Rishikesh, and I can say proudly, the PG passed out from NAGRIMS. He is the first this student to get the this DM for in forensic radiology.
Yes,
He's
sir.
the
Dr. Krishantai.
Yeah, Kisant,
Yes,
and
sir.
he is just today. He has come to visit NAGRIMS also. He is here only. So he is the product of NAGRIMS. So yes, but whatever we are doing here, initially we did with some radiologists, but problem was that clinical radiologists, for them, incidentally, the first case was, it was a case of burn with some decomposition changes and all these things. And for him, it was a case of pneumothorax, pneumopericardium, then some surgical emphysema and all these things. But for us, it was the decomposition changes. Okay, so these are the things are there. And me and my associate professor, Dr. Slong, we are trained in this AIMS Delhi. So we have the certificate for that, and any forensic radiologist, forensic medicine person having the training can do it, and there is no question of that the court won't be accepting it. Defense may raise the question, so you have to. Even I got the question for doing the firearm injury cases in conventional autopsy. They were asking me whether I am ballistic expert or not. I am not a ballistic expert, but I am expert in wound ballistic. That is how we have to answer the court, and we can just go for it. And
Okay,
very soon, NAGRIMS will be starting this training program very soon. Already, we've got the approval and fund and everything. It is there. Now we are just waiting for getting some reagents, the dyes and all these things, and this dual injector system. Already, it is being processed.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Another one question, sir.
Yeah.
So among the government institute, only NAGRIMS and AIMS Delhi, these two institute has a radiology setup. Among the private institute, among India is only the St. John's Medical College in Bangalore. That's the only institute having this radiological autopsy. So
Yeah.
if other states which allow these private colleges, some of the states which allow the private colleges to do this autopsy, so they can start their own as this radiology setup, or we need some special regulation or some rules are there to start up this virtual autopsy things.
No. For virtual autopsy thing, it is the part of the completely the domain of the forensic medicine. And what I think, we should not give it to the radiologist or anyone. Many of the things of the forensic medicine, it is being taken by any other discipline. So we should not give it to them. We are having the forensic, say, we can start the forensic radiology section of the within the forensic medicine thing. And regarding the other institute coming up with the virtual autopsy, many of the AIMS Guwahati, AIMS Bhubaneswar, AIMS Vatinda, and who else? And many of the AIMS, they have already requested for the specs and all these things, and it is provided to them, and they are going for it. Many of the AIMS, even this AIMS Rishikesh, they are also in the stage of procurement of these items. All the radiological, the CT scan and all these things. They will be getting this thing very soon. So in near future, definitely it will be like the conventional autopsy.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So we are once again we are thankful to our eminent
Sir, last question, sir. Sudhir sir, last question.
sir.
Which are
I request you please.
which are
May I
Yes, yes.
which are providing the trainings, any other than AIMS and your center? Any other centers are there providing such kind of trainings there?
Now, in India, there is no other center is doing this training as I know. But outside India, internationally, there are basically, I would suggest you two centers. One is this Professor Thali's center, the Zurich one, and another is this Victor Institute, VIMS, Victor Institute of this Forensic Medicine. So VIMS. So you can go for that. So and Australia, Melbourne is they are doing the training for the medical legal autopsy and all these things. And basically the Thalis Center, it is basically the research is more, they are more research oriented. So, and you can go for it as per your convenience.
So
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Ussap to play the birthday song. Let's we all celebrate together, and just a small.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Patowary sir. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. Thank
May
you.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pramod sir, would you like to continue?
हाँ जी, चलो, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So
Thank
we
you.
can close the session.